look who's here again. I know, it's Podcast O'Clock, and my life continues every day. I know. I am Amanda Elo. You're welcome to this podcast. My life.
My life will continue every day.
My life continues every day.
Well, my life continues every day.
We move. My life continues every day with Amanda Elo. Okay. Today, I just would not spend too much time telling my story because it's not really large today. But then one of the stories I'm going to share today reminded me of one thing that happened to me while I was serving. Okay. While I was serving the nation. I remembered one of the things I was afraid of was toxicity of environment, of my working environment. You know how people just, for no reason, maybe due to insecurity, gather to have meeting on your head. It happens. That's what happened to me. In fact, it got to a point where my aunt at the time, she was also a mentor, she told me, you go to the police station and you're going to report these people. I'm like, auntie, he hasn't gotten to this. She said, these people threatened your life. One of them threatened your life. And this is supposed to be the person you're supposed to assist. This is supposed to be someone you're assisting. And I felt bad because really that person was someone who, amongst other people in that environment, was the person I trusted, or rather I was looking up to. I was handed over to this person. So when she joined them to say some of the things she did, I don't want to make an explicit explanation of this thing because I really want to hide everybody's identity. I mean, I'm not perfect and I wouldn't want another person to use it against me, somewhere. But then it was really a terrible thing. It was a time of depression for me then while I was serving. They did not know that I was added to their group chat. So they were having the meeting for me just because I asked the proprietor a question that was supposed to better my own life and the life of the children I came to teach, And then it was, this one is over Sabi. And then they said a lot of things. They said a lot of things I don't want to share here because there is no need. I believe everyone has grown up, but a very toxic working environment is, or more. I don't know if salary, if a terrible salary can equate to that because you cannot work productively. And today, there's someone who's got a story on that, and she's going to share. Listen and be fine. Just in case you're having the same situation, remember that's what we do here, to remind you that you're not alone. And for you to be stronger, move on. Quit if you must, but don't quit because you're tired and you want to end it and you want to be stagnant. Quit because you have seen something better, or you know that unless you quit, things will continue to go south. So you must quit in order for good to come. If you're sure of this, go ahead and quit. That's it. So let's listen to this story.
Oh yeah, my life continues every day. Okay, so this story I want to share, I've had newspaper houses reach out to me to share it, and I keep saying I'll do that later. I've even promised to share it on my personal wall, on my social media handles, but then I've not really had time to do it. But here I am on this podcast because my life continues every day. Okay, so I'm going to make, it's a very long story, a very, very, very long story, but I'm going to make it as short as possible. Okay, I used to work with a particular media house, and I had a particular colleague of mine. I can't really say what the problem was or or what her problem is, but I sensed a high sense of insecurity, kind of someone who doesn't want any competition, who wants to just be the only one shining. Okay, so this particular colleague of mine lied against me to the management, and I was sacked. Okay, so period to my sacking, a day, in fact, everything started during the lockdown. We were supposed to be locked down in the office to work from office throughout that period because they just want to cut us off from people who comes to the office or go back. And I remember this particular colleague of mine was on leave, and then she missed out the meeting and she came in. I remember then my head of programs and head of station said, no, you can't be a part of this. We told you not to go for the leave and you insisted, and stuff like that. I remember I was still on, I had my show going on, so I came out for a break. I saw them talking. She wasn't there. And I was like, leave her, please. Let her be you. Let her do this show. Will the afternoon bed, because she runs an afternoon bed, will the afternoon bed be empty? Will it be like that throughout the period of this coronavirus that we don't know how long it's going to last? And I remember them screaming, come on, you're too nice. Yeah, this is somebody saying, okay, according to them, they were telling me immediately that, you're too nice. This is somebody saying you should go, they should let you go, that you are married, you have a family, you have children to tend, that they should let you go, that she's single, she can stay as long as they want and stuff like that. And this is me coming out to come and ask or request that they leave her and stuff like that. So I didn't really take that as anything. But the next day a new list came from our headquarters in Lagos and my name was removed. I didn't take it as anything. I said, wow, let me just see an opportunity to stay with my family and kids. And I went home. I was home. I was to resume work the next month. Instead, I had my boss pull off in front of my house, called me. I came down all maxed up and we talked. And what I'm about telling you is exactly the words he used. He started by saying, I'm sorry, there are times companies lose their best hands. They tell their best hands to go, and this is one of those times. You were good at what you do. You were excellent. You are doing very greatly, but the company said you should go due to, the coronavirus issue on payment. I laughed. I was like, you're kidding me, right? He kept quiet, and I said, this is ridiculous. How can a company lay off their best hand if they say this is their best hand, or you know what you're doing, you are good, you're excellent, and then they tell you to go? This is the beginning of my story, and yes, my life continues. Okay, so from those points, the next thing I did, I came back, I just walked in, I told my husband, this is it. He was shocked. I sat down on the floor. The first thing that came to my mind is that lady. That's my colleague. I was like, wow, I didn't know this person hated me this much, but what did I do? Okay, let me just stop that. Let me face on how I survived the period. Well, the truth is that every day of that period, I didn't go broke for one day because I'm a personal development coach. Even though I don't want to say my name, I know some people might recognize me or recognize the story because somehow the brouhaha that happened in that workplace, actually people from outside felt it, they perceived it, even maybe they've heard stories, but I've not really shared anyone myself. Okay, so I'm doing one now. Okay, so I sat down, I asked myself, what next? I was hurt. To be honest, I was hurt. I cried. I called one of our managers that was in Kano. I was like, what happened? What did I do? In fact, I was the one that went to the man when he came and said, I'm a peaceful person. I love a happy place. I'm a positive viber. So when this guy came, I was the one that met him myself to say, sir, see this, my colleague, see what she's doing. Could you please talk to her for me? And so that we could be fine. I want to have a colleague that we can write to. At a point, this colleague, I even called her, spoke to her sometime, and told her, I remember saying, we are the only two ladies as of that time in the studio, with others were male, that we should be close enough, very tight, that the guys would jealous our relationship and stuff like that. But then I understand she wasn't someone who wanted such things. She just wanted to be on her own, stand alone, shine alone, or she feels satisfied. Like, I don't know. I can't say. I can't say what the problem was. Okay, so I called this man. I said, "What's going on? What's this?" He said, "Somebody from the top management recommended me for a sack." I said, "Why? What did I do?" At the end of the day, the story boiled down to her. She wrote and said so many things I don't want to say here because it's gonna compound this. It's long. So many lies I could hear about myself, and I'm shocked, including saying I sleep with my head of station and we join body together to fight her. Crazy, right? It happens. Anyone who is desperate to pull you out from places can go extra mile, can do anything. In fact, most times it is hatred that pulls the triggers and stuffs like that. Okay, so that is that one. But then something good happened because my life continues every day. Yeah, I was home and I started engaging in online trainings, the things I love to say, the things I would have said if I was on radio. I started organizing seminars, kept saying it. That one sustained my happiness and peace of mind. On a particular day, I woke up very angry, like very angry. I called one of my former colleagues then. I said, I am angry. I feel like revenging. I feel like if I get this person, I will stronger. How can you do this? How can you do that? You know, I was angry, and I remember he said, Nina, you love writing. Oh my God, I just called my name. Okay, he said, you love writing, right? Immediately he said, and I sat down, I channeled my energy, the anger and everything to writing, and I produced a book that period. The book is titled Unmask. Okay, so I wrote a lot of things, and I'm glad to tell you, I was glad what happened then happened. Okay, now to the next phase. Okay, so I went into job hunting. Yeah, there are places I applied to. There are places I did not apply to. I had people calling. I had people recommending me. But the major challenge I had was I am married and I have kids. So I had a lot of jobs coming from outside and after the states I reside in. And so it was a challenge. Now, the only station in the state I resided in that called me, I didn't actually apply to them, was a sports station. And I hate sports. I don't know a thing in sports, not even not even a tiny one. I don't know it in sports. And so I was there. Okay, so I told you the media house that actually called me in the state I reside in was a sports station, and I don't like sports. Like, I hate sports all my life. If I'm tuning a station and I get on where they're talking about sports, I tune off. In my former workplace, I don't even listen to the sports presentation, so it was that bad. So on a very good day, I had someone call me. Hello. Okay, we understand you're no longer with the station. Have you engaged in another place? I said not yet. As of that time, I had plenty options, but the challenge is, am I going to move to the Keys, to the next state, or will I leave them here? We are still arguing. I've not given my word on the state, and the job came. So I said, no, I haven't. I said, would like to work with. I said, I don't know sports. I don't know anything about sports. I remember the caller jokingly asked me, do you know there's Man U, there's Chelsea, there's Liverpool? I said, yes, I know about those clubs. He said, there's no problem. We'll teach you the rest. And so you have basic knowledge. We'll teach you the rest. And I'm wondering, basic knowledge, what am I going to say? Okay, so that is it. And then went. Okay, I came back. I told my husband, see what's going on. He said, yeah, go to the sports, you can. I said, I don't like it. He said, I know you don't. You don't even know anything in it. He asked me a question. He said, how many women are doing, how many females are in sports presentation in the state you reside in? I remember mentioning one lady. I said, that's the only one I know. He said, go and do it. So the truth is, there were times I went for it. Yes, I went for it. The funny thing is that when I present, people outside enjoy what I do, but then, oh my God, I hated it. As of that time, I hated it with passion. It was annoying. There are times I woke up, I don't feel like going to work. I'll just wake up angry. There are times I'll wake up, I'll threaten my husband, I'm going to leave this job. I'm not doing this. he kept encouraging me and talking to me, and I got another encouraging boost from outside that, sincerely. Okay, so I felt bad, I felt unfulfilled, and then there were people who just said, wow, I tune into this because I love the way you do this pose, I love the way you present this pose, and I'm wondering, what am I doing? What's it like? I can't even explain. And yes, my life continues every day. I started that. Then during that period, there were things that made me angry, there were things that made me feel really, really bad. Like sometimes I want to come out and talk, but then another part of me will say, no, 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 no. You don't have to join words with this. You don't have to come down to the level of, social media exchange of words, kind of. Yes, so this particular colleague that did this, after I left, it didn't end there. Okay, this person is someone that has massive followers, so she will come out and write terrible. In fact, the way she writes, you actually know, if you were smart and sensible enough, she's writing about me or referring to me. She wrote a lot of negative things. She continued her lies and some manipulative things. Like, she takes every small opportunity to mock me, to laugh at me. At the point when I resumed work in my new workplace, I remember she came on social media to write that she called it an unwise woman who was demoted and stuff like that. A whole lot of things she said. And then I sit back and I'm laughing like, wow, yeah, this person actually think I was demoted. Wow. You don't know what God did for me. And so at the end of the day, I am here today. I am doing sports. I am loving my sports. I am still doing my personal development coaching stuff. The only difference is that I am, like, right now, I turned down a lot of speaking engagements, a lot of seminars, a lot of training. I turned a lot of them down because I no longer have time, unlike when I was in my former workplace. I still do all those things. Then I look back and I'm satisfied. I look back and I'm grateful that the things that happened. I look back and I said, wow, if this didn't happen, I wouldn't have gotten sports knowledge or sports presentation knowledge. Yes, that is the truth if it didn't happen. So I'm one person that likes to see positivity in every negativity. So I don't, during that period, I was just asking myself, someone will come, anybody that hears, come on, you're no longer here, they'll be like, wow, you're actually good, what happened, why should it be you? So those times it will only make me cry. But then instead of me to ask myself, why me? Why will it be me? I started asking myself, what is this thing trying to teach me? And it taught me a whole lot of things. Yes, it taught me a whole lot of things. I was one person that I look at life in one straight way. Because, like I say, to some extent, yes, the truth is that everybody is not going to be like me, but to some extent, I believe I deserve what I give you, like reciprocate what I give you. If I give you love, give me back love, and I don't even give chance for hatred. So that's one. And so I look back and I'm grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. Sometimes when I try to be angry with a said lady, the said former colleague, I look back and I say, God, thank you for using this person to pull me out and place me on another pedal. And then I said, thank you for using this problem then to make me write the book I wrote. I've sold over 200 copies of that book, and you know one funny thing, currently I have run out of hard copies and I'm trying to make more. Nobody comes in contact with that book without requesting for more. Like, they read, they buy for people, and that is how I made myself. In fact, I sold e-copies, like the e-copies of that book first. Money I realized from the e-copies I used to make the hard copy. I didn't do launching, I didn't do book launch, like, see, people gave me massive money for it. No. Money I realized from it, money I realized from the soft copy, I used it to make the hard copy, and I sold. I keep, like I told you, if I go for speaking engagement, I sell, and you see them coming back to request, I want to buy for, I need this number of copies, I need this other one, and like that. The truth of the matter is, if I didn't lose my job, I wouldn't have written that book. If I didn't lose that job, I wouldn't have had an opportunity to look into another field. I would have sat in my comfort zone, things I love doing, things I am perfect at. But now this is me entering into what I am not perfect in. Something I did afraid, like I started it afraid. I was scared. Each time I panic before I come on air. Funny enough, people still enjoy it without noticing the panic. And today, I can confidently say I am good at what I do and I give thanks. Give thanks to everything that had happened in the past. Yes, I thank God for them sincerely and like no regret. It taught me a whole lot of things. It taught me everything in life that has happened to you, everything that you are currently going through happens for a reason. The question is, you need to find the reason, maximize that reason, because that opportunity won't come again. After this stage, you're going to enter another level, and if you didn't use this one that you're looking at as a difficult situation well, then I'm sorry, in the next stage, you're going to be missing out on a whole lot of things. Today, the book has taken me places. The book has got me speaking engagement. The book has got me award recognitions. Yes. And the truth is, if I was working that time or I didn't get the sack letter, yes, because I won't say it was because I was home. During the time they were locked down in the office, I was home. I didn't do anything because my mind was, you're going back to work. But that book, I wrote it when I felt like, I'm not setting on my next step. But let me share my knowledge this way and still reach out, pour out my soul to people and reach out to them. And that's how those things happen. My life continues every day and I can't wait to explore the next stage of my life.
Hey, things they happen, oh, things they happen. If you're one of the persons who make life very difficult for people around you, look into your life and think about it. There's really no need for it. I mean, we're all passengers here. We're all visitors. The next person coming up is someone who you'd love to hear her story. She has a certain disorder, and ever since I've known her, she's always had it and she still has it. But she's one of the most hardworking person I know.
Good day, my listeners. I'm your Ezemokoloma Frances, graduate of Mass Communication Department, 28 years of age. I'm suffering from a disorder called Abby paralysis. I'm here. I know most of us have some challenges in life, but I'm here today to share mine. My challenges are, first, I cannot get a particular size of shoe of my left leg. And secondly, my eye, I can't see. I have to wait until the road is clear before I could cross the road. And thirdly, whenever I'm trying to get a job in an organization or in an office, because of my condition, I was not privileged or opportune to get a job because they look at me that I'm not capable of working there. These are my challenges. And I thank God today that I'm alive and I can do everything on my own without no one's help. I know with my experiences, I know people are motivated and blessed. At the end, my life continues every day.
Frances is really amazing, I can tell you this. This young lady is doing so well. I often wonder what would happen if things weren't the way they are. She's an amazing person. And I think I keep telling her, with the energy you're moving with, you might really, really do something great, something mind-blowing, positively actually. I urge you to keep doing what you know how to do best and keep trying and keep learning. One day, your story will make a great headline and you will be just fine. That's all today. In all the stories, I hope you understand why you have to keep living every day. Every day is a new day. Every day comes with its own troubles, and every day is a gift. I shall continue to bring you stories from my life and other people's lives. And we keep living every day. Till the next time, may God bless you, and may His angels protect you.
Leo 9. Oh, na, 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 na. I got you. I'm living a good life, no stress and no strife. Every day I keep moving up. Monday to Sunday, steady balling. If you move can be one nature I'm a winner. you make me see the sun. Every day you fill my heart with joy. I can't explain the way you keep on blessing me today. Baba, you they make my head swell. From Africa to Europe and all over Asia. You don't carry me from Onitsha down to Malaysia. You keep on blessing me from January to December. Many things you do for me where I don't fit remember. Baba, baby, it's okay. Baba, okay. Every day we just ballin'. We don't look back, stay winning. From the east down to the west side to the south down, stay winning. You hating, it depends you well, keep hating. Do what you like, say what you like, while that's a lot, we shining. Shine, just the fly, just the ball, just the happy, just the journey. Because of you, nobody loves me like you do. Yeah, I wanna scream, I wanna shout, I wanna tell the world of your goodness. I wanna scream, I wanna shout. If you know you are a champion, put your hands in the air. If you know you are a winner, put your two hands in the air. No matter what they say, raise your hands to the sky. Yeah. If you know you are a champion, put your hands in the air. If you know you are a winner, put your two hands in the air. No matter what they say, raise your hands to the sky and say, with your hands to the sky, yeah. Y'all know. And the intro, they were done.